My name's Doug Wilson, and this is Yellow Hawk Customs Outdoors. And for this video, we're going to be taking a look at the knife called the Blackout. Now this is a new knife that's being sold by Work Tough. It's designed by Joshua Blankenship at Ankura Knife Company, and Work Tough produces it. I'll tell you what, nice. The handle's really comfortable. The blade's got a super sick profile. Really nice knife. Not too heavy. I'm not a big pointy knife guy, but I mean, it looks slick. And we're just going to work with it. We're going to work with the knife. The steel is SK85. And, I'll be honest with you. I'm not real familiar with this steel. But since everybody's going with it, and some of the big names are having knives made by Work Tough, you can pretty much bet it's a good steel. I would be willing to bet it's up to par with some of the higher end high carbon steel steels that we're familiar with. The Blackout. I like to be well prepared with fat wood. If you're going to use fat wood, use fat wood. There we go. All right. This is really seasoned birch. This has been out here for a couple of years. It gets pretty hard. Plus it's got knots in it. Yeah, that's a knot. Heavy knot. Woo! Beautiful. Good job. All right. Now eventually I'm going to change this edge from a factory edge to the edge that I like, because I'll get better slicing ability out of it. This one does okay. Does a pretty good job. Handle's very comfortable. Okay, so this is the Ankura Knife Company Work Tough Blackout. Really comfortable handle. Feels like G10 to me. The steel is SK85. You guys can look all that stuff up. It's a performing steel. It performs pretty well. I've been using it now for about 20 minutes. A whole 20 minutes. And that edge is still razor sharp. So I do know it's a Japanese high carbon steel. It's a wood hog. Now, this wouldn't be a half bad fighter either. It's got a really comfortable, sure grip. The spine has, it's sharp right here. So you can strike a ferro rod with it. No problem. I don't think you, oh maybe, let me look at it. Nah, it's got to be at that point right there. It's super sharp right there. Now eventually I'm going to change this edge from a factory edge to the edge that I like, because I'll get better slicing ability out of it. This one does okay. Does a pretty good job. Handle's very comfortable. Coke bottle style handle. Got a nice palm swell. I mean, this fits my hand perfectly. I don't know what it's going to do in your hands, but I tell you, it's a sharp looking knife. I like it. The Blackout. So I brought it out here on this backpacking trip with Bob. I'm going to let him work with it a little bit, and we'll see what he thinks of it. And I want to tell you, I did a couple of modifications. I took this part of the spine right here and I put it on my grinder, made it flat so that each side is sharp. Is a sharp 90-degree spine right here. Okay? So that's one thing I did. I build a lot of fires and I want my knife to have that capability. You can also scrape bark with it or whatever, right? And I changed the edge to my low-shouldered convex edge. It's the cross between a V edge, you know, a factory V edge, and a convex. And basically, it's just slightly convexed. Gives me a tougher edge with good slicing ability. And this thing is razor sharp. I think Josh did a great job on this knife. nice. This is just testing the edge. Now I was banging pretty hard on that. That edge is perfect. SK85. It's a good steel. I'm impressed. Now I wasn't chopping, I was going straight through just to test the edge. Make sure there's no nails on your wood. It's perfect. Still razor sharp. Let's see if it'll... Look at that. That's hair and skin cells. Very nice. I like that. Very nice. I mean, that's taking the hair right off.
Hi, how you guys doing? Doug asked me to give some opinions on this knife. It's made by Joshua Blankenship of Ankura Knives, and it's produced by Work Tough Gear. Okay, it is a prototype. I don't know what the thought behind the development of this knife was. Okay, but the way I see it is this is definitely a Persian style fighter.
Right.
Okay. Doug had to reprofile the back end to make it move sparks, on a ferro rod, but it's not a bushcrafting knife per se. This is definitely a stabbing and a slashing combat knife. Although I like this beef here. You can do some chopping in there and some harder work, maybe some splitting. But all in all, this top hilt here, as you can see, tapers down to a point, okay? And it has sort of that, it has that flare, that Persian type flare, not a real accented belly, but, and with the handle too. I think the handle is a really nice.
Yeah,
nice
that handle is so comfortable.
Yeah, and you have a choke up area here, a choy or whatever, and a thumb ramp. You can use this as a thumb ramp, It'd probably be a good place to hit too if you're going to split smaller diameter wood, say 5-6 inches, whatever. Is it what kind of edge is it? A convex? What is it?
Now I put a new edge on it. My edge. It's called a low-shouldered convex grind.
Okay.
It's basically a V edge and a convex edge together, not so convexed.
Gotcha. Okay.
Makes it strong.
I believe this is G10 scales.
Yep.
They're
G10.
really. I like them. I like micarta, so they almost look like they're micarta-ish.
Yeah, yeah.
And I like the design of the. This is a good. If you're going to back hit, on somebody here, right. You got a point. I mean, you don't have it. So it's a good fighter. I mean, that's you could break things with the by I mean,
sure.
It's any knife should be able to do anything. I mean, a knife this size, it's about 5 inches, I would imagine, 2, 3, 4, and maybe 5. Anywhere from 4.5 to 7 inches is a good combat knife. I like wide blades, so I like the width across here, and it's almost followed all the way out to the point. I guess you could do some angled, cutting this way, rockering, with the blade. But all in all, and it comes with its own KYDEX sheath, with a yeah,
it's a decent sheath.
It's a decent sheath, and it has a strap dangler, and it fits it's very secure because of this molding in here. It's pretty good. Yeah, but anyway, it does all right, I think. Yeah, and it does rattle a little bit. It almost feels like it's a plastic sheath rather than a KYDEX.
Yeah, it's KYDEX. It's just it does rattle a little bit.
So, and you don't get that on Doug's sheath, as everyone is well aware of that. I like it. I look at things from a designer point of view. I like lines,
right?
And I always set a blade up like this. I set it here, and I look at the lines, and It's got nice lines.
Yeah, it's a beautiful knife.
It's a beautiful knife, and like I said, primarily, this is a military combat.
Combat fighter.
I mean, you know, it should do anything. You should be able to survive.
It's a good
with it.
utility knife.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. Any knife should do that. I mean, really, you know.
Yeah.
But specifically, this is, you know, boom, you know,
Slashing, stabbing,
you
right.
know, whatever coming over the top, you know, and whatever. So that's you know, what kind of steel is it made out of again?
SK85. It's a Japanese steel. It's, as far as I know, it's comparable to some of the other high-end, high-carbon steels.
High carbon, yeah.
Yeah.
But the Japanese, you know, back in the 80s.
I mean, it holds an edge like nobody's business.
The Japanese back in the 80s made good stainless steel. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Japanese blades.
No, absolutely
The steel
not.
is really, very good. So they make good steel. I mean, well, hell, the samurai. You know
Yeah,
what
I mean, come on.
Come on now. So anyway,
Doesn't
yeah.
get any more traditional
What's
knife
the price
than that.
point? What's the price point on this?
I hesitate to give a price.
Okay.
But I would imagine 300.
Yeah, that's about it. I mean, they're not coming out to what, August, September time frame?
Yeah, August, September time frame of 2021.
Yeah, and they'll be coming out through Work Tough Gear.
Right.
They'll be producing the knives. So there you have it. That's my feeling on the knife, and you know, when I first saw it, I liked the lines. You know, now is it something I would get? I have no use for it. You know, I'm not in the military anymore. I mean, but if I was, this would be something I
might get it just because it looks cool.
I would just look at. I got so many knives.
I'm fortunate that he chose to send me one.
Yeah, I have so many knives, and I'm not really using them per se,
Yeah.
other than in the kitchen.